Damn, man. I'm really feeling the pressure, given this channel is called Evolve or Die. How on earth have I been the one to be able to take this channel name? Like, how has no one taken that prior to me? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. When I typed it in, or even looked up Evolve or Die and no one had taken it, I was like, man, I'm sitting on a fucking gold mine right here. I'm sitting on a gold mine. Really. But, so I better live up to the name. Evolve or Die, man. So an aspect of my evolution in over the past, well, it's definitely beyond the year now. But essentially I just stayed, I would like to say that I stayed sober. But I didn't really, because there was a period where I was using some THC vials, some lemon haze, man, they're so good. But I mean, I was only using them for the purpose of healing an injury. I mean, obviously the additional benefits are nice as well, the psychological aspect. But I was only using it more or less to heal an injury, and I was using it for a little bit as well when I was still healthy and I was playing a lot of sport. I was using a little bit of THC to help with my recovery and my sleep and that too, because playing sport late at night, training late at night, like sometimes it can be hard to get to sleep later on. And so, yeah, I would use some of the vaporizer to help me get to sleep. But that was only for a little period. I still, the way I framed it in my head was like I went the whole year sober. So, I guess I'll be more specific. A year without alcohol. That was the main goal anyway. It bothered me less if I had a little bit of weed or whatever. Because it's just nowhere near as damaging. Like, alcohol can be pretty atrocious. Of course, it can have its perks and benefits, like in moderation, but I think for the most part it's pretty shitty. And yeah, I've almost every time that I drank, I wouldn't just have a few, enjoy some company, some good people, and go home. It would be like, alright, if I'm doing this, I'm having like shots, just being an idiot, just getting to the point where like like you literally genuinely wake up like, where the fuck am I? What happened? And then I'm like, hang on, where's my wallet? Has anyone seen my wallet? Every time something like that would happen, I can't find my phone. I've lost my wallet. Like, my license is in the taxi. Just something ridiculous. And funny enough, I was actually reading this book this morning, A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. It's incredible, and it actually talks about the that alcohol activates the pain body, which blew my mind, but it kind of makes sense too. So obviously there's an aspect of when you drink alcohol that like your inhibitions are lower than that. So I mean, chances are you're more likely to make decisions that probably will cause you other people pain. But even on like a spiritual, energetic level, it seems to activate the pain body, and therefore it's like unconsciously the pain body is going to seek out things that cause pain that it can feed off, which is pretty dark. But we're bringing it to light, so it ain't that dark. And so yeah, that's kind of why I decided I need to stop. I need to stop drinking alcohol. It was never a big problem or anything. I was never the person to, like most people who know me probably know me not to drink too often anyway. Like, maybe the year before this year that I went all year without any alcohol, I think I probably drank like 5 or 6 times during the year. But some of you might be like, oh, well, like, what's the big deal? You're going all year without being sober now. Well, because there's 5 or 6 times I didn't really want to drink anyway. Like, I've always wanted to stay off of it as much as I could, but those times were, in a strange way, somewhat of a relapse, I guess, to an extent. Although it didn't seem like that much of a problem because I didn't do it too often. So I was like, oh well, I'm just doing it a few times now. It's no big deal. But the 4, 5, 6 times whatever that I did it, There was always some chaos that went on. There was always some drama caused, or just I can't. Like I said, wallet lost, license left somewhere, money that I didn't have being spent, whatever it was. Probably being a dick to people. Those sort of things. So yeah, can you believe it? I went all year sober, no alcohol, baby. I have to, full disclosure here. There's some wild hands, huh? Full disclosure here. I did have a shot of a port, I think it was, as like a team bonding thing after the first football game of the year with a new club I was playing in. And I could have fully turned it down. I could have said in totality, no, like, fuck no, I'm not doing it. And I even said, look, I'm going to go all year without drinking. And there were a few boys that were like, yeah, look, I respect that. Shout outs to you boys, I thank you. And the other boys were sort of like, dude, it's a fucking club thing. Like, it's just a shot, it's no big deal. I was like, all right, just this one time, fair enough. We did just have a win. We played well. It was good fun. Like, we're getting to know each other. Well, I did know a lot of them already, but I was like, all right, I'll just have one shot. So I had one shot. That's all I had. And then later on in the year, there was a dude on my team who was like a full alcohol enthusiast, and like the passion from the man, I had to respect it. You know, I was like, damn, like this is a real art form for this guy. Alcohol is. So, I mean, no disrespect to you guys that are alcohol enthusiasts. It just, I don't think it's for the best for any of us in general. But nonetheless, we were at a pub after another football game. Which is one of the many benefits, by the way. Like, you're just healthier. So I had like a really good season with my sport too. It's probably one of the best seasons I've ever had playing football. And you also learn how to say no to people as well. How to be stern with yourself and give people a clean, crisp no. And obviously that translates to other contexts of your life, like how to say no to, well, you know. I don't really need to provide examples. I mean, you guys know situations where you wish you said no, or you constantly keep saying yes to situations where you know you need to say no, whatever. But you get pretty good at that. But anyway, your health gets better. You learn how to say no. You don't have regrets about things. That's a big one. So I made a breakthrough basically where I would always on New Year's get fucked up and hate myself to start the year. I started the year loving myself, man. Maybe not love. That's let's be real. Maybe not love, but at least not hate. It was a nice neutral position I was in. Anyway, I digress. So the dude was speaking to me so passionately about alcohol and why he loves it and how he was brought up in that culture and that sort of thing. And I asked him what he was drinking, and he wanted me to try some, this and that. It was really expensive, and he offered to buy me one, which I was flattered by. Because everyone was like, "Holy fuck, are you gonna buy one of those?" And I was like, "All right, if it's that big of a deal, and you really want me to experience this experience and drink it the way you drink it," because there was a whole saga. I couldn't believe how it's not. I don't know. I can't remember what we did. I don't know. Blow it, swish it, suck it. There was like 5 steps before we actually drank. I was like, all right, give me one of these drinks, or I'll drink a little bit with you. So we did that. But besides that, full, complete and utter sobriety. And yeah, it definitely makes life a lot easier. And I guess part of the reason why I wanted to post this video is so that, because I know a lot of people get motivation and take interest in it as well. Because I was sort of thinking, people probably don't really give a shit that I went a year sober. Like, it is what it is. I know a lot of people are like, well, I like to drink, so I'm going to drink. Like, good for you. You don't want to drink, then you do that sort of thing. But I also realize so I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. I tune into him, and I know how much hype and how excited people get for their sober October, because people have someone or other people to challenge themselves with, sort of thing, to stay off of alcohol. So I know it's big in the month of October. I think I even heard people talking about dry January as well. And so I'm kind of like, look, man, I'm here, I'm here doing it relentlessly. Why stop? Why finish up in sober October? Why finish up in dry January? Is it maybe? So I'm thinking maybe it's because you're all like, fuck, everyone else around me is not doing this anymore. It's way harder to do by myself. I'm getting peer pressured or whatever it is. So, you know, I may as well, let's just go back to drinking again. I'm kind of like, no, let's not stop there. What are we? Dry Feb, yeah, dry Feb, dry March, like. So I'm just letting you know as well that I'm here for you. I'm staying sober as well, and I'm not exactly in the best position either, like circumstance wise. Don't get me wrong, I'm blessed in many ways too, but it has its difficulties at the moment. Like I don't have a car at the moment, no job at the moment, money's tight at the moment, but no excuses, you know. Going and drinking and numbing your pain is is not going to do you or anyone around you much benefit. Like I was saying this before in that book, the alcohol will activate the pain body even more, so you're probably going to cause yourself more pain, even though it might like numb the pain for a little bit. So yeah, man, stay off of it. Stay off of the alcohol. Join me on the sober train. The other real beauty of it actually is learning how to socialize without it as well. I think that's very powerful. And it's something that served me very well last year, actually, to just become comfortable in more or less no matter what situation that you're in, whilst being sober and not having to have that lubricant in order to feel comfortable and have fun with people. Like, I would have fun regardless. And the other thing is as well, the cool thing is too, and obviously this is only in the context of if you're with people who are drinking, like, more and more I find myself now in circles, well, very small groups of people who don't really drink as much. But when I've been around people who do drink, you kind of, I mean, I'm not going to say you feed off the energy in the sense that, like, you steal their energy, because I ain't no fucking energy vampire, but, I mean, it's fun. It is fun, and it's like, so you kind of can have the fun without even having to spend the money and without suffering the repercussions the next day. I feel like I'm talking about shit that we all innately know, but I feel like it's nice to just be reminded of that and be reminded of it from someone who's living that life of not drinking at all. Yeah, obviously you save money too. I mean, that's another benefit. I'm really trying to sell it here. I'm like, I gotta hit this point, like, I gotta hit this deep within you, like, to stop drinking. What else? What other benefits did I experience from a year of sobriety? Well, I also met my twin flame too. That was cool. That was very cool. It was very unexpected, very powerful. Probably the healthiest I've ever been. Probably the best shape that I ever was in as well. Some football games I was running like 13 Ks in a game. Obviously better decision making. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the point is, I'm here for you. Join me on the sober challenge. I look up to people like Russell Brand. That man has gone, I think he's gone like 15 years sober. That's fucking crazy. I salute you, Russell Brand. You're the man. I've gone a year, and I feel pretty proud of that, to be honest. I'm pretty impressed. I broke through a vicious cycle of hating myself to start the year. And yeah, living a happier, healthier life, man. But yeah. So Russell Brand's the standard. Look, he's the standard. That's something to aim for. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. We're 14 minutes deep. Join me on the sober challenge, man. We calling it Dry Feb. I mean, sober October has a ring to it. What's the January one? I feel like it had a ring to it. The February one, someone will come up with something cool. But I mean, there's only a few days of that left anyway. But yeah, over and out, dudes. Stay sober. Stay cool. Peace.